Almost the bottom of the hour, near 6:30 Eastern time. Craig Hentrick to kick off. Tony Horn, very dangerous. They will try to keep it away from him today. But on the opening kickoff, they send it right down to him at the 7-yard line, averaging close to 30 yards a run back. Horn brings that one back out to the 31-yard line.
We'll see an awful lot of shifting by the Rams out to try to confuse the defense of the Tennessee Titans.
Short drop, tipped, and it's Fred Miller who comes up with it. Once a ball is tipped, everybody becomes eligible. So when the tackle Miller caught it, when the defense tips it, anybody on the offense can catch it. 3rd and 7, Warner over the middle, and open is Bruce. Does he make the catch? He does. 3rd down and 10 out of the shotgun. Warner looked like he wasn't expecting the snap, but fields it flawlessly, and Ricky Prohl, last week's big hero, makes the catch. 1st down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Warner, good protection again, fires to Williams, and the tight end makes the catch out of the I formation with motion by Bruce to the left side. And instead they give it to the up back, and that's Robert Holcomb, who doesn't carry that much. 10th play of the drive, the opening drive of the game on 2nd and 10. The ball is given to Falk, and he goes nowhere.
Jeff Fisher were under the last few years.
3rd down and 9. Warner wobbly and incomplete. Looking for a flag. Warner went down. Blaine Bishop on the safety blitz. Jeff Wilkins, who has tendonitis in his left leg, the plant leg, he'll have surgery next week. But here's a 35-yard field goal attempt, and it's a drop snap, and it's Mike Horan who gets taken down at the 34-yard line. 3rd down and 2 from the 37. McNair rolling. Flag is thrown, the first one of the game. For the moment, it's a 1st down. A little dump off. Screen set up. Eddie George. Lots of room to roam, and he just bangs one of the defensive backs, and it's London Fletcher, the linebacker, who took the punch, and then he picks up another 8 yards for a gain of 32. 2nd down and 13 from the 29-yard line. Rolling right, buying time, throwing, and incomplete. Good coverage. Spotted at the 37, and Del Greco's kick hooks wide left. They started at the 37. That's where the ball was spotted for Del Greco's missed field goal attempt. They begin from there, and Warner slings it over the middle, and wide open is Torrey Holt, the wide receiver, all the way to the Tennessee 30-yard line. He's had 2 big games in the playoffs. On 1st and 10, Warner able to step up over the middle. He finds the wide open Marshall Falk, who takes it to the 14-yard line, and that's another 1st down. 3rd down and 5 from the 9-yard line. Warner throws, and it's incomplete.
You can hope the field goals will be all right. Look at this pass. I would say the wind got that, but there's no wind in here.
The air conditioning got it. Jeff Wilkins, 27-yard attempt. Horan again. This time he gets it down, and the kick is good. 1st down from the 16 is McNair. Throws, and it is caught outside by Jackie Harris.
He's got to give his defense a chance to settle down on the sideline and catch his breath a little bit.
2nd and 7, and Eddie George gets taken down by London Fletcher from the 31-yard line. Warner throwing, and it's tipped away at the last moment by Samari Roll. Isaac Bruce had beaten him, and Roll able to get a hand on it.
In the secondary against the speedy receivers of the Rams.
Quick snap, 2nd and 10, and it frees Falk down the sideline. Walker has an angle on him, and the last guy to get him knocks him out of bounds. A little like a play they ran in the regular season game when the Rams were down 21-0 and Falk took it for a touchdown. And here is a fumble, and Warner to the 16-yard line. Falk empties the backfield. Warner has it knocked down at the line of scrimmage. 34-yard attempt by Jeff Wilkins. And this one is wide to the right. 11 grandkids. And she lives and dies with every play as Eddie George takes it up to the 32-yard line. 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Rams blitz, but the Titans pick it up. McNair buys a ton of time, but it's good work by the secondary. But here's where Steve is very dangerous. From the 48-yard line, On first down, McNair under pressure, and it's Kevin Carter who led the league this season. 17 sacks. McNair throwing on the run. Open is Mason. Light knocks him down. The fifth time around was the try. Third down and 16. Here is McNair throwing too high.
I mean, this was a team that had more losses in the 90s up until this year than any other team in the league. Nobody wanted to be a part of that.
Vermeil figured nowhere to go but up, and he got all the control he needed, and Jenkins comes crashing through but is unable to block it. Hendrick bounces it to the 16-yard line.
A huge mess up on the heart of Rodney Thomas.
Now the Rams have made very little out of 3 drives to the red zone. Begin this drive with Isaac Bruce. What can we tell you?
What were they thinking in Green Bay when they cut this guy?
Here's Warner throwing, caught by Bruce. He's across the 50 to the 45-yard line on another first down. 3-0 St. Louis. On first down, Warner. An out pattern caught by Holt. And second and 9. Warner throws, passes right there, threads it into Torrey Holt.
Mike Martz right there in the middle of your screen. He came here and he said, wow, look at this talent I got.
First down, pump fake. Into the corner of the end zone. There's a flag down. There was holding Denard Walker and Torrey Holt.
Just think what he's going to become.
Second and 10 from the 11-yard line. Warner over the middle, and it is not caught.
Torrey Holt against Blaine Bishop, and let's see if he has the ball. Ooh, not. Ooh, nice play by Blaine Bishop.
It was rolling around in there. Third down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Warner incomplete. Very, very close. 29-yard field goal attempt by Wilkins is good.
Tennessee's doing a good job in the red zone because the Rams have been down there several times and haven't gotten the end zone.
One of these guys might need you in the fourth quarter. Don't go too far. Back to you, Al.
Thank you, Les. That's Light knocking down a second and 10 pass intended for Dyson. Third and 13, Warner out of the shotgun. Titans on a stunt up front, but it's picked up, and then the pass is hauled in by Torrey Holt.
The only one that would gain would be the Rams, and it would be 2 yards because he recovered it.
It was also not reviewable because it was down by contact. So it's moot on all counts as Warner throws and Holt makes the catch up at the 48-yard line in the playoffs.
Here comes number 30 right now.
Warner throws, and that is caught by Isaac Bruce.
The score at the end of the game, it was against this Tennessee Titan team, and they moved it very effectively.
From the 38-yard line, Warner slings it to the outside. That's pulled in by Hakeem.
I mean, there's nobody around him, and look at this spiral. It's a beautifully thrown ball. Hakeem makes a nice catch. There had already been a few drops.
Second and 14. They still have 2 timeouts. Warner buying time on the move, and it's taken down in the open field, but a flag is thrown. Kirsch got him.
Coaches all around the league are looking for him. You can see it's kind of inadvertent. It looks worse than it is.
He didn't mean to do that. Pass, trying to knock
he didn't mean to do that. Sets up right here. They come.
Third down and goal. Warner floats one to the back of the end zone, and Prohl can't make the catch.
And you could just see that the Tennessee Titan defense down in here is forcing the issue.
28-yard attempt by Wilkins is good. Rams letting them hang in to an extent, but the Titans not showing anything offensively. Let's see about the second half. Because they'll get the ball off the foot of Wilkins. Fielded a yard in the end zone by Mason. Swinging to the outside, and Mason breaks it out to the 28-yard line. McNair from the 28. Nope, they're going to go right to the air here, and they hit the tight end. That's Frank Wycheck, who was their leading receiver this season. McNair guns it to the outside. That's caught by Harris, so they're going to the tight end. They run the draw. Eddie swings to the outside, inside the 40, and banged out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And George dropped it. Here's another 47-yarder. Hendrick to hold it. And it is blocked. Todd Light blocked it. DeMarco Farr recovers it from the 35-yard line. Pressure. Warner hangs in, throws underneath. Nice grab made by Falk.
He was salty and that he was a moody type of guy.
First down, Warner slings it deep in the seam wide open. Isaac Bruce to a chorus of Bruce. 8.5 left in the third. Rams moving again. 26-yard line. Warner fires. Caught at the 10 by Ernie Conwell, the tight end. A new receiver. His first catch. Blaine Bishop is hurt.
The one thing you don't want to do is lead with your head right there. You could see the impact. Whew.
3rd and goal. 3 receivers to the right. Warner goes over the middle. Juggled, caught. Holt, touchdown.
Smart play by Kurt Warner, knows that he has Torrey Holt on Danon Sidney one-on-one and allows Holt to make the move and throws the ball right in there, and Holt makes the catch.
2nd down and 5. George again cuts it back, and Eddie out to the 48-yard line. And that is caught by Wycheck, and Light hog-ties him, but not until Wycheck picks up another first down. McNair. That is juggled and caught by Wycheck. McNair with a casual little roll, and now he's going to run. And Steve McNair takes off to the 2-yard line. 2nd down. Goal from the 1-yard line. George, he's in there. They had the 2-point conversion in effect for the entire 10-year history of the AFL, and the NFL brought it back in 1994.
This is their little counter play where Benji Olsen, the right guard, number 75, pulls to his left, and Eddie George follows him around the corner.
Bird in motion from the 2-yard line, the 2-point conversion. McNair throws, and it's off the hand of Frank Wycheck.
I actually feel that the momentum is switched, and now is not the time for penalties.
3rd down and 16. Warner going deep, and too deep. Incomplete, intended for Holt.
The Tennessee offense, they couldn't wait to get back on the field.
And they begin with Eddie George.
You can see why right there.
6-yard gain to the 27 from the 25-yard line.
Oh, offside.
Flags down.
Todd Light
To Kevin Dyson at the 34-yard line. From the 35, Eddie George. He gets dragged down by Jones. To George, and he backs his way close to the 45. Actually, right now trying to draw the Rams offside. And now they don't get the offside, and it is McNair, and everybody comes in from behind, and good luck with this measurement.
He had to get more than 2 inches, Al.
He did. Nice mark, too. 10.5 to go in the 4th. McNair throwing, caught, taken in midfield, Jackie Harris. 10 minutes left in regulation. From the 50, first down, to the ground, Eddie George. 5 crunching yards. First down at the St. Louis 45-yard line. McNair finally goes downfield, wide open, hits Isaac Bird. 1st and 10 after the timeout from the 24-yard line. 8:33 left in the 4th. McNair, he's going to throw a backside screen that almost gets picked off. Instead, Harris winds up with it. Rumbles inside the 10, thrust out of bounds at the 3.
That's exactly what's happening. Watch him stop. Oh, what a great throw by McNair.
2nd and goal. George again. George breaking tackles into the end zone. Take a look. If there's contact made and his knee is down, he is down.
We're going to snap the ball and take a look right there. He's down.
Very close. Yep.
They need to snap it right here quickly.
Rams almost offside. Get back. Now the extra point is good. The Titans lining up as if they're going to onside kick it after the penalty. They'll kick it off from the 35-yard line, but Henschrick again sends this one downfield, fielded at the 23, lateral to Horn, who has to cover it up at the 22. London Fletcher caught it, said, I don't want this thing, and Horn didn't want it for a minute either. 3rd down and 8 from the 23-yard line. Under pressure, Warner dumps it, that's incomplete. Josh Evans put the pressure on. Mike Martz upset.
Momentum has switched.
What's really bizarre in this game is it was 9-0. Bishop got hurt. Rams went in and scored 16-0. But back came the Titans to score on 2 long drives as Horan left foots went into the air. A wobbly duck that Mason lets bounce, and it takes a Titan bounce and comes back to the 48-yard line.
Even the bounces are going now for the Tennessee Titans.
McNair looking to run. Gets out of the backfield. Turns nothing into plenty. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. George for 7 to the 35. Not quite in field goal range just yet.
Got him.
Now they are, but it's a fumble. And yet it's recovered at the 28-yard line. 2:20 left in regulation. 3rd down and 7. To the outside and incomplete. Good coverage on the play. 43-yard attempt. Henschrick will put it down at the 33-yard line. Right down Broadway. Heart pounding at the 27-yard line. Warner to throw. Going deep downfield, adjusting for it is Isaac Bruce, and Isaac Bruce threads his way for a touchdown. 73 yards.
And Isaac Bruce comes up with a huge play over Denard Walker.
Gets inside him, goes through the maze.
Now that movie continues. Kurt Warner's dream season once more gets one added chapter, but it's not over yet.
No. The extra point by Wilkins is good. Warner has now thrown for a Super Bowl record 414 yards. The name of her 7th husband after inheriting the team from her 6th husband. Here's McNair. Throwing upfield, caught. Derek Mason. 2nd and 1 from the 21. McNair to the outside, trying to get out of bounds, and doing so up at the 28-yard line is Wycheck. From the 27-yard line, McNair surveying.
There he goes.
Rolling. Turns it upfield. Has the 1st down. Corralled at the 42. Flag down at the end.
Face mask.
Dre Bly. McNair has just broken the Super Bowl record for rushing yardage by a quarterback. That's 62 yards on the ground on the same night that Warner breaks the passing mark. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 65 seconds left in regulation. Out of the shotgun. Titans with 1 timeout. Flag thrown. Flag at the line of scrimmage. Pass caught at the 40-yard line. It is Frank Wycheck.
And the Rams have chosen to prevent, play soft.
Rushing 4 over the middle. The open man, they find Kevin Dyson. Three-man rush. There's a flag down. It's almost intercepted in what has been a turnover-free game.
Yes, you are. You're going to have defensive offsides again.
3 receivers set to the right. McNair stepping up.
Uh-oh, you got him. You got him.
Rolling. Needs help, stays on his feet somehow, throws, 11-yard line, it's caught, first down. They saved their timeout, they have it here, they stop the clock.
Sound like they're going to put some more time on the clock.
He asked, did McElwee for a couple of more seconds to be put back. Now
that is their last.
Tennessee taking its final timeout. They have put another second back on the clock, so right now it shows 6 here in the stadium.
Oh, what a play by Steve
Unbelievable.
McNair. Now, I don't know how much more you could say about Steve McNair's performance in the second half, Eddie George's performance in the second half, Kurt Warner stepping up and making the big throw.
From the 10, probably the final play of the game in regulation. It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? Jones made the tackle.